Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 5 starts now.
It all comes down to this. Live pictures from Sky 4 as voters head to the polls. For the vast majority of the state of Michigan, there are 3 hours left before the polls close. If you're wondering where we stand in this election cycle, our last political ad aired this afternoon at exactly 3:48.
We know a lot of people are tired of those, including us. Well, now one of the most hotly contested elections hangs in the ballot with both candidates left to watch and wait.
Vice President Harris not wasting any time in the time that's remaining. She's out on the West Coast working to get out the vote before heading back across the country to Washington, where she'll watch the results come in.
And former President Donald Trump, along with his wife Melania, voted today near their home in Florida. That comes after a day of barnstorming the battleground states and ending with a rally in Grand Rapids that ended just after 2 a.m. this morning.
Yeah. Back here at home, it has been busy at the polls with, in fact, the potential for a record-setting turnout thanks to early voting.
But we do have heard about some issues happening at the polls, so we're going to kick things off with our election coverage with Hank Winchester. He's live at Huntington Place, where the counting is going to go probably well into the morning and beyond. Hank.
Yeah, I think so, Kimberly. But, you know, the good news in all of this situation is they have been counting here at Huntington for the better part, or at least processing a lot of these ballots for the better part of a week, which means we could get some real numbers here by 9 o'clock tonight. A very busy day here in downtown Detroit, and Detroit's mayor saying he is very pleased with the big turnout he has seen all across the city today. The work well underway, more than 100,000 absentee ballots being sorted, processed, and tabulated right here in downtown Detroit. This a much different scene than what we saw play out here in 2020.
We've tabulated thus far 86,000 absentee ballots, and we anticipate by the end of the day processing roughly 100,000 absentees.
Because of early voting and the strong turnout, we could see a record number of Detroiters making their voices heard on this election day. And that is great news, says Detroit Mayor Mike Duggan.
The numbers will be in early, so this whole story about the Detroit count is coming in later, go complain, I think you're going to see it be a lot different tonight. Having
said that, there are concerns about voter intimidation and misinformation. I spoke with Attorney General Dana Nessel about that today.
We've been seeing some text messages that allegedly are coming from campaigns telling people to cast their ballot tomorrow.
Right.
Can't vote tomorrow, it's too late. Election day is today. Yeah. Polls close at 8 p.m. Although if you are in line at 8 p.m., you'll still be allowed to cast your ballot.
Back out here live, a very different, a much calmer scene here in Huntington Place than we saw in 2020. In fact, back in 2020, the space that I'm in right now, this was filled with 1,000 COVID beds. We were downstairs, that scene with the windows, with the challengers, you know, demanding a recount at that time, looking for what they thought were stolen ballots at that time. That all played out downstairs because of security changes and obviously the advancement of being able to get past COVID and move those beds out of this space. They've created a very secure area here, and the police chief saying that he feels very confident that there are no problems, no issues at any precincts or polling locations around the city of Detroit right now. We'll send it back to you guys.
All right, thanks very much, Hank. We'll be talking to you, of course, throughout the evening. Let's get a sense now of how things are going statewide at the polls as Election Day now turns into Election Night.
Joining us live is Michigan Secretary of State Jocelyn Benson. Madam Secretary, thank you so much for your time, and I'm sure you've had a chance to visit some of the precincts. Tell us how things are going so far.
Well, thanks for having me. Happy Election Day. It's been an extraordinary day, really. Going all around the state, we've seen nothing but enthusiasm, eagerness, literal dance parties outside some precincts in Detroit, but all across. Every poll worker I talked to and personally thanked said both how smooth things were going and how great it was to see so many people not just turning out to vote, but also bringing their kids along and really showing them the honor of living in a democracy like ours and the responsibility we all have to participate and uphold it.
Not surprisingly, we have seen some folks trying to sow the seeds of mayhem online, things like that. We saw a problem in Georgia earlier today that, according to the Georgia Secretary of State, was caused by bad actors in Russia. I'm curious if you've seen anything that really is troubling you right now that you would like to clear up or have folks be on guard for.
Yeah, well, I've seen two things. One, there have been hoaxes of bomb threats rooted in Russian disinformation that have affected a handful, 4 precincts and one other location, one office location in state government. Those have all been debunked. And the second thing we're seeing is a number of campaigns, as the Attorney General mentioned in your earlier segment. 2 campaigns we know of have sent out text messages saying, don't forget to vote tomorrow when voting is today. So we're investigating all of those things and have robust partnerships with law enforcement. But again, as we've been saying all along, citizens need to be the first line and last line of defense here. Be critical consumers of information. Get trusted information from your election officials, your local clerk. And you've got just a few hours left if you haven't voted yet. So get out there and cast your ballot. The polls will close at 8 o'clock today.
Yeah. All right, Madam Secretary, we thank you so much for your time. It's going to be a long night, maybe even days. Hopefully not, but we wish you the best. Thank you so much.
Well, yeah, I'm hopeful. Yeah, I'm hopeful we'll have those results by tomorrow, if not sooner. Thanks for having me.
You bet.
Absolutely.
You bet. We will be checking in with Jocelyn Benson, of course, throughout the evening and into tomorrow. Now, let's get to our team of reporters fanned out across Metro Detroit as we enter these final hours before the polls close.
Jacqueline Francis is out with voters in Dearborn tonight, and Will Jones is live at Motor City Casino, where Michigan Democrats will be tracking results. We're going to start, though, with Ty Steele live ahead of the GOP event at the Suburban Collection Showplace in Novi. Ty.
That's right. This is where Michigan Republicans will be rallying behind former Congressman Mike Rogers in his bid for U.S. Senate against his Democratic challenger, Alyssa Slotkin. All eyes are on this Senate race. It could decide which party controls the Senate next year. If you've been watching Local 4 over the last few months, you've seen just how many ad dollars are being thrown at this campaign from both sides. We are live at the Suburban Collection Showplace in Novi, the Detroit metro area's second largest convention center. We're still in setup mode. Behind me, you see staff members, volunteers, a lot of media members, but the show starts officially at 7 p.m., so none of those people are here just yet. We're going to continue to bring you live updates throughout the night, but for now, we're going to go to Will Jones for the Democratic Watch Party in Detroit. Will, how are things going where you are?
Hi, Ty. We're set up outside of Motor City Casino. The Michigan Dems will gather at Soundboard. And the reason why we're outside is the party hasn't started yet and they haven't allowed us inside. I want to set the scene out here. A lot of local reporters from across the state are doing their live reports. And then across the street, you see media crews waiting to get inside. Alyssa Slotkin and her supporters will be here later tonight. As Ty mentioned, that Senate seat is very important, a key pickup for Republicans. So she's facing off against Republican Mike Rogers. And get this, the last time a Republican has had a Michigan Senate seat was back in 2001. From D.C. to Lansing, a lot of focus on those state house races. Right now, Michigan Dems have a very slim majority in the state house, 2 seats. They're hoping to keep that majority. And also, Governor Whitmer and the Democrats, that could impact their agenda going forward. But right now, I want to check in with my colleague, Jacqueline Francis, who has been talking with voters in Dearborn. Hello, Jacqueline.
Hi, Will. I'm here at Dearborn High School, where the turnout has been steady. That's coming from election officials who are hard at work behind me inside the cafeteria where voting is taking place. Now, here in Dearborn, where there's a large Arab American community, the war in Gaza and what's happening in Lebanon has been top of mind, a key issue for voters here, and it could have the potential to sway things. We talked to one voter who has family in Lebanon and says this is what brought her out to vote today. Take a listen.
Till the last minute before I came here, a half hour, I was like, what is it gonna, it's not gonna make any difference if I come here or not. But then I was like, you know, it might make a difference. You never know. You can't complain about something, you know, what's going on, and if you don't take actions. If I don't come out and vote, I don't have the right to complain about, you know, them not doing this or that. But me coming out and voting, I do have the right to complain about something. I want my voice to be heard.
They do expect things to pick up here for that after-work voting rush. The polls close at 8 p.m. Reporting live in Dearborn, Jacqueline Francis, Devin and Kimberly, I'll send it back to you.
Got it. All right, Jacqueline, back to you throughout the night as well.
We will. Okay. Thanks, Jacqueline. A 28-year-old Michigan man is arrested by U.S. Capitol Police after showing up at the Visitors Center smelling like gas and carrying a torch and a flare gun. Security officers made the discovery after asking the man to put his coat on a conveyor belt at the security line. The man apparently told the officers he had papers with him that he wanted to deliver to Congress. The investigation is ongoing. No word yet on possible charges.
And our coverage really just getting started here tonight. Be sure to join us starting at 8 p.m. on Local 4 Plus and clickondetroit.com. We'll be bringing you our complete coverage there as those results start to come in.
Then, when you wake up, be sure to tune in to the morning show from 4:30 to 8 for the most up-to-date results.
All right, we are ready to call one race. In the NFC North, we can call the winners the Detroit Lions as they make a major move at the trade deadline. Help coming in to fill from the loss of Aiden Hutchinson and his, apparently season-ending injury. But Jamie is in for Hobie tonight, and this was what we've all kind of been waiting for.
We've been hearing whispers about this all week, so finally it's official.
Yes.
Officially official.
Officially official. That is correct. Ever since the Hutch injury, we knew Brad Holmes was going to do something. For a few days now, the name Zadarius Smith was being floated. This morning, it's official. Help is coming for the defensive line. The Lions made a deal with the Cleveland Browns to acquire Smith and a 2026 7th-round draft pick in exchange for a 2025 5th-round selection and a 2026 6th-rounder. This year, Smith has 5 sacks, 3 hurries, 9 pressures on the season. Smith is 32 years old. He's an experienced NFL pass rusher, 65 career sacks over these 10 seasons. He's also a 3-time Pro Bowler. Now, since the Lions are also without Marcus Davenport, fans thought maybe Brad Holmes would make another move before that 4 p.m. deadline, but he did not. Yeah. So it might be too early to call the NFC North for the Lions.
Well, I should clarify, that was just off of exit polling. We will have to wait and see the actual results as they start to come in on Sunday.
Maybe declare the winners of the trade deadline, because this is the biggest splash any team made.
Yeah, exactly right. All right, Jamie.